And good evening, iRacers. Welcome to episode 10 of How Is That Guy a WCS Driver? We are at Brands Hatch in the Radical SR8. Again, still enjoying my season here in the Radical. It's Saturday night, prime time, and yet the race hasn't split. So we've had quite disappointing participation here this week. Perhaps this isn't as popular a circuit with everyone else as it is with me. This has got to be my favourite circuit that we have on the iRacing content. Yeah, Brands Hatch, one of my local circuits as well. Yeah, so I just love it. Yeah, Paddock Hill, Druids, it's great fun. But yeah, prime time, and we've got 18 people turned up for a race, so never mind. Fortunately, I've brought along most of my ApexRacingUK team, it seems, to help fill out the grid a little bit. So we have LJ Garnett, who's got the pole position, Sam Kumo just ahead of me in third, I'm in fourth, Lasper and Hansen, fellow WCS ARUK teammate, in 6th, Conrad Venter in 8th. So yeah, good job we all turned up, otherwise we'd have only had 14 turn up, but yeah, never mind. So we need to be very careful, I think, during the race, because we're going to have quite a range of experience in this field. I'm seeing the slowest qualifier is 4 seconds off the pole time, so we need to be very careful when we come to lap different runners and just make sure we don't get ourselves caught up silly, misjudging apex speeds and all that sort of stuff. It's the only race I've run, or this will be my first race of the week. I might get to run tomorrow, but probably not, so this might be my own race of the week. Bit of a disappointment at last week, Bennett at Motorsport, so I just want to make sure get a race, get a couple of points. Not going to be many points, unfortunately, with it being a non-split. The strength of field isn't going to be great, I imagine, but we shall see. 25 seconds to go. 25-minute race as normal, guys. I think we're expecting 19 laps, I believe. Car's a bit loose in the first lap as the tyres warm up, so just need to make sure I don't do anything too silly and just try and hang with the leaders up front. The two real heavy hitters for the series are missing. We don't have Tom and we don't have Simon.
Ready, green flag, green flag.
Okay, so survived the first half of a lap at least as we head down the back straight now. Still in 4th place, hold my initial position, so just want to hang with the top 3 here. Looks like LJ is trying to scamper away already. A little bit loose going into the penultimate corner there, bit of off throttle oversteer. And I forgot to mention, sorry, that Richard Avery there in 2nd has also joined us for this race, newly promoted pro driver for season 2. Might start to see him in the WCS races perhaps if he can get on the grid and not enough WCS drivers turn up. So yeah, LJ isn't slowing down at all there. He's still managing just to hold that initial gap that he pulled in the first lap there, but they've just closed slightly back on Sam in front. Feel like I'm going to be a bit quieter today than maybe some of my other races. It's so quick around here at Brands that I just don't want to make a silly mistake like a bit late onto the rate like we did at Mosport and have a little oversteer moment or anything. Just want to keep it Nice and tidy. But yeah, LJ has got a second lead over Richard, who's got a second lead over Sam, who was 0.7 in front of me. Sam just goes a little bit deep into paddock. So it looks like I take quite a different line to everyone else through Surtees there. Quite a lot shallow going in. I don't want to try and copy them now really, because I've already got a feel for the week as to how that corner should feel for me. I don't want to start messing it up because I try to do what might be better, so we'll stick with it anyway. Matthias behind is keeping me close company at the minute, just 4 tenths back. I think that's the same Matthias, isn't it, from Mosport last week, who we were around the podium with. Alright, so that was a bit of a poor lap. We've lost touch a little bit with the front three ahead. This is a better first half of a lap that we've had this time by. Okay, so that felt like a much cleaner lap, but I didn't gain any time at all on Sam in front, which is a bit disappointing. You get a nice clean lap in that you're happy with, and yet you don't manage to pick up at all. I was 6 tenths quicker that lap than the previous one. Already we're into the 18s. See Lasper Hansen behind has made up a spot in the last lap or so. He's up to 7th now in my relative screen. Sam looked like he had a little bit of an oversteer moment turning in to the last corner there as we head into Sheen Curve now. Bit too slow into the final corner there really, but lost a tenth or so on Sam just in the final corner, but we've gained on Matthias behind. Quite get the line into paddock there, but we get away with it. So yeah, Matthias has given me a bit of breathing space behind now, so I can try and concentrate on clawing my way back up to Sam a little bit more if we can. See if we can have another fun battle like we did at Mosport until I decided to ruining it by putting it in the wall. That penultimate corner there really is my bogey corner. It's a bit sketchy as you're off the throttle in there, rear trying to get away from you on entry. A little bit of oversteer on the exit or mid corner there on the final corner. That felt like a better run through 30s that time. Yeah, LJ still pulling away from the rest of us. 2.5 in the lead now. So Matthias has caught right back up with me now in this last lap and a half or so. Back to within half a second. A little bit late on the brakes that time. Lost a whole chunk of momentum. We're going to have to defend into the final corner. Oh dear.
Clear.
Okay, managed to hold it, but we've lost at least half a second now to Sam in front. We need to try and not lose his slipstream really if we can. Better that time by. We've gained a good bit of time back on Sam again now. Couldn't quite get on the power on the final corner though, just had to pause for a moment longer than I wanted really. Looks like LJ's coming under a little bit more pressure from Richard Avery now. Second between them again now. Bit sideways going through Graham Hill. A little bit too slow on the apex there. Couldn't quite get the pull onto the front straight because of it as well. We're a bit too low in the gear. already we're quite far beyond halfway in the race, only 8 laps to go now. Got away with it on the exit of Druids there. I don't mind taking that bit of extra curb on the inside sometimes, but I need to be able to manage the power at least. Definitely didn't get it right that time. Just having a quick look to see how much longer it is until we got some back markers maybe to deal with. There's still another 20 seconds down the road, so it'll still be a little while until they might come into play just to shake things up a little bit. I could do with it shaking things up a little bit really, because I'm dropping further and further back from the podium now. LJ is 5 seconds down the road, Sam is nearly 2. Get away with Graham Hill there, much too wide the whole way around the corner really, bit too much apex speed. Better through Graham Hill that time. Oh, rubbish that time. Lost loads and loads and loads of time all the way through. Completely sideways on the entry there. Not much better through the final corner either. That's a shame. The first half of that lap wasn't... well, in fact, that was a lap where I screwed up the exit of 30 as well. So yeah, the whole lap was pretty bad that time by. Alright, let's get our eye back in again. Too much oversteer on entry into Graham Hill. Again, bit too tight again through 30s again. So that was better. Through the final corner that time, able to get on the power when I wanted. Sam had a big moment there halfway around 30s. I didn't quite see whether it was that he clipped the curb on the inside or whether he just purely lost it getting on the power. So that's brought us back into his slipstream again, hopefully, as we get back markers arriving now. Hopefully we're going to get by. Yes. Right, so we're right back in the hunt now with Sam. Running out of laps though, we've only got 5 minutes remaining. So we need to get some strong laps in now to try and, well, firstly stay with Sam and then have a think about challenging perhaps. Oh, Sam has a big moment on the exit of Druids. We've got something up ahead as well. Just a back marker again. Hopefully the back marker's going to let us both through on the straight. No, I think we're a bit too far away for him to worry about that too much. Back marker. Sam. Oof, that was very lucky for Sam there. For both of us, but especially Sam. All of a sudden this is a pretty tight three-way battle now. Matthias is just a couple of tenths back as well. Could be an interesting into the race. It's looking like we were all spreading out a bit just a couple of laps ago. Have to be careful here in Druids because there are different ways to take that corner. Different people can have slightly different entry speeds really. Do you want to make more of it on the entry, more of it on the exit? Ooh, Matthias behind has a spin coming out of Graham Hill. So that takes the pressure off me from behind so I can try and concentrate on Sam a bit more now. Need to keep an eye on back markers still as well. Another 10 seconds down the road for the next back marker at the minute. Looks like Richard Avery is dropping back towards the spit now as well. Wonder if he's maybe got a little bit of damage perhaps. A little bit deep into Graham Hill, just lost a couple of attempts. Alright, this lap, and then one more I think, that's it. much too fast going into penultimate corner. Right, let's just focus on getting a clean lap on this final one. Try and keep within striking distance of Sam if he does make an error at all. And in fact, we didn't get the white flag, so I think we've got one more lap still to go after this. And now we've got back marker coming up again as well.
Taking a look at your entrance to pit road.
Okay, so we've gained a little bit of time back on Sam again, back to half a second again. And again, back markers are going to be coming into play in quite an awkward bit of the circuit. Thought I was going to get an off track there as I just took a little bit too much curb on the inside, but we get away with it. So what's the back marker going to do before the final corner? And they're getting Sam's way a bit, I think. Oh, I screwed up my own gears. Dropped way back. Right, now we've got the white flag. Let me go as well, please, sir. Thank you.
Is not a spot. Is not a spot.
Oh, too quick into paddock. We both struggled a bit through there. Sam had a bit of a moment as well. I clattered that inside curb. Don't really want to touch that at all if you can. Last couple of corners now. Right, just make sure we get a clean apex here. And we do, and Sam goes a little bit wide out into the grass, but doesn't cost him too much. And we failed to make any further progress. 4th place. Whew, I'm knackered. So that was good fun. Shame we just got a bit on the inconsistent side, especially towards the end there. I think we could have had a shout at capitalising on maybe Sam making the odd little mistake here and there, but didn't quite happen. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't quite manage to capitalise on Sam having a little headache here and there, but unfortunately, from my point of view, that's 2 for 2 for Sam between us now. He got the better of me at motorsport when I put it into the wall, and never really got the opportunity to challenge him here, but always agonisingly close. God, I'm knackered. Yeah, I do love Brands Hatch, but I expected to be doing a bit less talking there, and yeah, I just found it. Yeah, it's quite hard work trying to work your way through all of those fast corners, especially, and just balancing the car the whole time. You've got to concentrate. Easy just to have a touch too much oversteer on entry or exit. In fact, touch a little bit of grass somewhere. But I think we managed to get by without any incidents at all, so that's good. Shane wasn't on the podium, but so it's a pretty strong field at the top with Richard Avery, LJ, myself and Sam. I think we had a little bit of a slow first couple of laps really, which just dropped me a bit too far off Sam to start with. Otherwise maybe we could have been a bit closer the whole way through. Let's have a look. What do we got? Yeah, like lap 2, lap 3, 19.6, 19.4. Bit off really, and then we're in the 18s pretty much the whole way apart from the odd mistake. Yeah, and then last 4 laps, bit on the slower side really than I would expect. I think it would be more mid to low 18s, but we're sort of high 18s, very low 19s even. So yeah, just lost a little bit of consistency, lost a little bit of pace at the end there. I don't think there's anything really to look back at replay-wise, is there? Because we didn't actually make any overtakes at all. Let's have a quick look at the lap where Sam almost got collected by the back marker, or almost did the collecting. I reckon it'll be that one, 120.1. Let's have a quick fast forward through. Yes, this is going to be the one, isn't it? So we'll catch them up with that green car. It's a bit of a moment. Comes back across in front. Oof. Fortunately, everyone manages to get by pretty cleanly in the end. Oof. Yeah, I'm sure that would have given Sam a little bit of a jump there, no doubt, but so he got away with it. Didn't cost him a place or anything. So yeah, good fun. Right, so that was yeah, episode 10 at Brands Hatch in the Radical SR8. Guys, if you're watching this, not driving the car, get in it. So participation struggling a little bit this week. It's a shame because it's a great car, and there can be some great racing. I mean, that race was pretty intense from my point of view, but I guess to watch wasn't much action. It's just where we've got quite small fields. If we get some numbers in here, bulk it up a little bit, then I think that's going to be pretty crazy. Everyone running nose to tail for good chunks of the race. But anyway, where are we at next week? Was it Silverstone, do I remember? Let's quickly have a look. I'll look at the points as well, I suppose. Not very good, I don't think, because the race didn't split. Yeah, 132 points, not really what I was hoping for with my only one race I'm going to do this week. Maybe I'll try and do tomorrow, but I'm not sure. Yeah, Silverstone next week. Silverstone Historical. So that's really the two tighter chicanes at Club and at Abbey. Are much faster sweeping lefts and rights rather than the tight, heavy braking sort of chicanes. So that's where we'll be at next week. Right, Silverstone. That'll do for episode 10. See you all next week. Bye bye.